From the great state of Illinois, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the second city of Chicago. Today, week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Bulls of Mexico City taking on our home team. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Let's go. Panther 60, Panther 60. Drive out on the ground. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down. 27-yard line. Ready. He'll look to throw. And he fires one incomplete. On second down. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First and 10 at the 42-yard line. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Brings up second and 10 at the 42-yard line. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It'll go as a gain of 4. Third and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Buffalo 18. Ready. On third down, he'll drop to throw.
What?
Incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles, Panther 60, Panther 60. They'll try and throw for it here.
What?
Cannot convert, and they turn it over.
Come on, dude. Some bullshit.
Defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon.
Yeah.
Fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a second down and 9. What's your set? Can. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hand,
to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. Second down now. But you look at this defense. They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third. Third and 19. Here we go. Burrow looking to pass. And that is incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchdown. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they are back to 500 now. The win last week, their third in a row. And the question is this one coming too late to make a difference in the playoff race?
Great question. They definitely still have some work to do, but I think a lot of folks were writing this team off about 3 weeks ago, even some of their own fans. So I suggest you put some extra shots on the old bandwagon because this team is rebounding.
Second and 6. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Let's go now. Rocco 80. Try 60. Try 60. Ready.
Out of the gun now on third down. He'll try and do this himself. And that will be incomplete as well.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He sends it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Here we go. Here we go.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try to do something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Here we go.
Here's Burrow. This one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. When you look at this defense, they've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Second and 10.
11. Here we go.
Out of the gun, Walker with it. 5 yards. Now it's third and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game. sure that that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes you try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. And they go play action now. Burrow. Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On to the second quarter, Mexico City in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
11 MT. Gun. 11 mighty. Ready?
Burrow will throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jack Besh with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bulls are an extra point away from drawing level. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And able to get this out to the 25. At their own 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to bring together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
70. Hawk 70.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
18 Cardinal. Ready?
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. From the 46, here's a 2nd and 7.
Cowboys, let's go now.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Come on. 18 Cardinal.
They'll set up a throw. They'll find his rookie wideout from Ohio State here. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free.
60 Eagles.
And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. They go play action with Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Straight ahead, Walker. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge. That's probably exactly what he's telling him in the huddle right now.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Now it's Burrow. They're looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
At the 43-yard line. Back to 60. Back to 60. Warriors 70.
Now back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
Bravo 80. 18. Pioneer.
They'll look to throw. Open man, that's Felton. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. From the 24 now, here's 2nd and a couple.
2nd and 2. 70 Lions. 79 Broncos.
They'll drop to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. 77. Let's go.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here we go. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Cougar 19. Ready.
And they'll run on the inside here. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Here we go. Set. Cowboy 80. Ready.
Here's 2nd and 8. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Trap 60. Trap 60. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
They'll set up to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. Good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something which is wrong with the ball or the wind or something is funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot. Backed up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone, because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
At the 39-yard line. Ready, right?
And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here.
Okay, break.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready?
On play action, they'll throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
11 empty.
This is a game, Charles, that's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the 3rd quarter.
And not just a chance to kind of get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they currently trail by. I think they send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline. They drive it right down the field coming out of the half.
Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
Here we go.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
11 MT, 11 MT.
Play action. It's Burrow. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be touched down to the end, but a big play on that one.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Walker now on 1st and 10. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they can throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and all things of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
11 MT.
Now Burrow. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
A tough spot here. 3rd and 15.
Here we go.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a 3-point lead or a tie game. They know they have their work cut out for them, and they were going to run their offense.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there, with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year, as his guys have now moved out in front. Extra point up and good by Dicker, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 to 27. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. This is taken in by McBride. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 23 yards on the play. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. They'll look to throw here. That's complete to McBride. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
He's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
11 Thomas. Side.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And that was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Side. 11, 11, 11, 11. Side.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Here's 2nd and 7.
11, 11.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Repeat of the last play, finding Walker. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
12, 12, 12. 11, 11. Side.
On 3rd down, here's Walker. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down.
11 MT tape. 11 MT tape. 11 Thomas. Side.
They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. And it's caught. Touchdown. Trey McBride. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bulls take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Extra point right down the middle. And that will level the playing field at 17 all. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. 75 yards. And his guys are going to take the lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And they will take a 7-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
11.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive. and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This offense so far on third down, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Throw out wide to Walker. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. The drive stays alive. A third down gain of 8. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. Blitz coming and down he goes. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now they go play action now. Burrow. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. 20, 5, and he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead now up to 14. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And oh boy, nobody wants to see this. That's the running back, Kenneth Walker, who appears to be injured. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Here we go.
Now it's Burrow. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot, force the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Osa Odighizuwa with the effort there to earn the sack. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking him.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Burrow on play action. He's got this downfield to McBride. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Trey McBride, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bulls have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. They'll try and run it up the middle. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the one. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the two-point attempt is turned aside. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
At their own 27-yard line. On the jump.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. With touchdown number 3 here in this game and 17 now on the year. As his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you...
Oh, a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Throwing it Terry McLaurin's way again, and he's got it. So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
11. Done.
Here's Burrow. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is caught. And he will take it in for the touchdown. Jack Besh, 50 yards. And the Bulls are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Point after, right down the middle. As this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he returns this to the 22. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Medina. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Come on. 76, Panther 50.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Now he's free at the 35. Touchdown, Chicago! A great play there. 67 yards. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And this return going to come to a quick end. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's Burrow. Delivers on the crosser to McBride. Now he's loose again. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Trey McBride. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Bulls are able to cut into that deficit. Important extra point up and through, as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game not quite over yet, and we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock.
79 Broncos. Go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Wide open receiver complete. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Let's go. Ready.
They'll try to run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Ready.
And they'll indeed take a knee. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel. So for Chicago, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Mexico City, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.